Hello everybody, Sergeant Solch here, we're back with Breaking Rust, and today we have a small bug, one that only applies to modded servers. So if you're from a vanilla server, or you hate modded servers, or you think modded servers are the devil because it's not the way the game was intended, just don't comment. Nobody wants to hear it. People that love modded servers for their own reasons, and they don't want to be put down because you don't love modded servers. I wanted to get that out of the way real quick because I get those comments all the time on both Reddit and YouTube. So anyway, here's how this goes. This mod uses only the teleportation bug that is well known for most servers. When you teleport to somebody, sometimes you end up going through the floor, you go through the ceiling, you go through a wall. It just happens. We don't know why, it's just the way that it is. There's an issue with the mod itself that is hopefully being fixed, but we don't know when it's going to be fixed. So let's just say, hey, you know, my friend teleports to me and he ends up going through the ground. Here's how this bug ends up working out, and here's how it could potentially be game breaking, but at the same time, kind of not. So I'm not going to teleport anyone to me because I don't want them to get banned on our server. So if you've seen it happen, you know what happens with it. Sometimes you can go underneath the foundation like this, and oh, look at that. There's a tool cupboard inside of here. As long as you teleport into the foundation and you're near the ground, or it's at a certain height where the foundation is at its max possible height, you can place a tool cupboard inside of here. Why you would want to do that? Well, as you can see, there's no tool cupboards up here, and our base is protected. So we don't have to worry about our base getting scrapped. This is a bug. It's a glitch. It's an exploit. This will get you banned on most servers. You'll definitely get banned on our server, so please do not do it. I've already banned a couple people, and the owner and other admins have banned a couple people each, so people are doing this. They figured it out on their own, and they're able to essentially make it so that, you know, they're cheating the game by putting a tool cabinet in a spot where it's not supposed to be. No different than building inside of rocks. So it's a very simple bug. You can do it inside of triangles, but it's extremely difficult because there's almost no room inside of there. But there's also a false positive for this bug, and some people have gotten banned for it, and the ban was removed because it is a false positive. This is an actual bug. This a building style that is allowed because of the building system in the game, and that is putting a floor next to a foundation and setting a tool cupboard underneath that. Now, it looks a little weird because of the weird slope, but if this was completely surrounded by foundations, you've all seen it. It's essentially just a hole in the ground. It's a hole in the foundations. You can put a tool cupboard in there, and you can put a floor on top of that to seal it all back in. Now, the space that I built, you know, there isn't anything else around, or I don't want to rebuild this, but, you know, it is possible to do it. I've seen it done. I've done it. I've showed other players how to do it. This is technically a false positive. This isn't inside a foundation. It's under a floor, and that is perfectly acceptable. Now, if you're raiding a house, let's say this is a much bigger house, obviously, and there's no tool cabinet, tool cupboard inside of here, but you're looking at the foundations, and oh, look, wait a minute, these have no stability, but these have stability. That should tell you that these aren't foundations, they're floors. And it should tell you that you need to bust these open because there's a really good chance either one, there's a tool cabinet, tool cupboard inside of there, or two, they have chests inside of there, which are very easy to place in these holes as well. Very easy to put a sleeping bag in there as well, and then you just end up going back to there, you know, you get all your guns and ammo and stuff, and then teleport back to your house, and then you're able to end up behind the raiders, and, you know, it's a legitimate strategy, and it works very well, as long as it's under a floor and not inside of a foundation. So this video is already long enough as it is. I don't want it to go too much longer because it's a very simple bug. The intent for this video is to show admins on their modded servers that this is the way this happens. The bug uses, you know, the glitch that's been happening for probably a month or two now, and people are putting, you know, tool cabinets inside these foundations when they're not supposed to. Or they're putting chests inside these foundations when they're not supposed to. So if you're having issues like this on the server, or people are saying, you know, I can't find this last tool cupboard, blah, 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 check your foundations. Make sure there isn't a floor there. If there's a tool cabinet inside of a foundation, obviously you know that's not the way the game's supposed to be. But we have this plugin on our server that allows you to type, where is it, /prod on a tool cupboard, and it tells you who has accessed it. That's an easy way to figure out who to ban. If it's inside of a foundation, we ban those people immediately. No ifs, ands, or buts, because obviously you were inside the foundation to be able to access it. You know it's in there and you didn't remove it. So anyway, that's it for this episode of Breaking Rust. I'm going to stand it back on top of this. If you've experienced this issue in your server, or you know of this issue happening on your server, please let us know in the comment section so that we know it's not just us that it's happening to. Like, I don't know if I said it in this video or the 12 previous recordings I've tried to make because I keep stuttering. I've banned a lot of people doing this. Other admins on our server have banned people doing this. It's not something that's new, and it's not something people are learning from this video. They're already doing it. So the more knowledge we have as admins about it, the easier it'll be to make sure that people are playing fairly. So anyway, that's the end of this. Sergeant Solj, Breaking Rust. This is the tool cupboard inside the foundation bug, and we'll see you in the next Breaking Rust video. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching Breaking Rust, a series dedicated to exposing bugs, glitches, and exploits in the game of Rust. The idea is to get these videos into the hands of game developers as soon as possible, so please share this video to help achieve that. If you know of any bugs you'd like to have featured in an episode, please let me know in the comments below.